Andy Ruiz is the ultimate catfish in boxing. Over the years, he's put out loads of photos in the run up to fights of him in training camp appearing to be in phenomenal shape, like it says in this video right here, only for him to turn up the day before the fight on the scales looking just as obese as ever. He's been putting some of these chicks on Tinder to shame because his catfishing game is off the chain. And yeah, I know that rhymed. So I've learned not to trust Andy Ruiz's pictures, and I'll show you a couple of examples of what I mean in a second. So when I see this video that was posted on Twitter a couple days back of Andy Ruiz, again, looking in phenomenal shape, I almost feel like Bounty Killer back in the 90s. Me can't believe me, hi. Me can't believe. I can't even believe my eyes, bro. I don't even know if this guy's using. God knows what kind of filters they have these days, right? I'm being slightly facetious. Is he using CGI? Is he using some type of advanced filter? Is he using Hollywood special effects? Again, there's a hint of sarcasm in my voice, but seriously though, is Andy Ruiz really in as good a shape as he appears to be in this video? Because if he is, things could get very, very interesting indeed. Now, as I've said previously, losing weight is one thing, but you got to lose weight the right way. You got to lose it gradually over a period of time if you've been massively overweight most of your life, as Andy Ruiz has been. And you also have to get used to what it feels like to be so much lighter in the ring. You've got to get your energy back from all the weight loss. And you just got to establish yourself at the lighter weight and get comfortable there before you can really start seeing the progress and the improvement. I mean, Tyson Fury, for example, he wasn't massively overweight his whole life, but he did have periods where he ballooned up a lot. As we know, over 100 pounds or whatever it was. And he was that big for a while. Then he dropped it all for his comeback in, was it 2018? And he looked pretty weak in his first couple comeback fights. Even against Deontay Wilder, he was weak. It's not until maybe the Tom Schwartz fight, Otto Wallen fight, and then, of course, the rematch with Deontay Wilder, where we really saw Tyson Fury strong again. So with Andy Ruiz, it might be a similar process where if he really has got down as light as he looks in this picture, because again, Ruiz is the catfish king. Let's wait and find out what he looks like on the scales for the Luis Ortiz fight. And I know there's a school of thought out there that Andy Ruiz is better when he's heavy, when he's like 250, 260, because people looked at the performance against Chris Arreola and they thought that he looked weak. Again, similar to Tyson Fury when he lost all that weight for his 2018 comeback. But I feel like perseverance is key. Just persevere at the lighter weight. He's in there with Eddie Reynoso. And by the way, he still is with Reynoso. He cleared that up a couple months back. He's still with Reynoso for this Ortiz fight. And Reynoso, of course, is a hard taskmaster. He likes his guys to be in phenomenal shape. He's all about the discipline. And maybe he really has got Andy Ruiz down to some crazy low weight. I guess we'll find out. And the thing about Ruiz being much lighter is it opens up new possibilities for him as a fighter. And we saw glimpses of that in the Chris Arreola fight, where he didn't just have to come forward and walk into Areola's traps. He also had this back foot game where he's able to get up on his toes, bounce around, use a jab, and actually beat Areola in the middle of the ring. He switched it up halfway through that fight to good effect. So if he gets even lighter, then that opens up an even greater possibility of him being able to stick a move against a wider variety of opponents if he has to. Because I still think it's very interesting, or it's going to be very interesting if Ruiz can get down to, I don't know, the 230s, the 220s, dare I say, and try and be that short, aggressive heavyweight that the division has been missing for so many years. People have been looking for a Mike Tyson, a Joe Frazier, a Rocky Marciano, hell, even a David Tua. People would like to see someone in that mode in the heavyweight division right now. And I know we've had the likes of Povetkin, I mean, lower down the ranks, Derek Chisora, but they haven't lit up the division the way that a young Tyson Theodore, or a young Frazier, or a young Marciano, or even hinted at lighting the division up like a young David Tua. We haven't really seen that from them. Whereas with Andy Ruiz, he's got the hand speed for sure. And if he can get himself into real good shape and actually move that head consistently, because his head movement hasn't been good over the years, if he can get some nice head movement going there, this could be a real interesting pressure fighter that could develop here. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Andy Ruiz's catfishing, whether you believe your eyes when you see this video. I mean, it appears to be genuine, right? But I don't know the kind of sophisticated filters they got these days with, shooting the video from a complimentary angle. Maybe he's one of those guys whose torso isn't very deep, but is very wide. Do you know what I mean? Like there's certain girls, yeah, where if you look at them from the front, it looks like they got a big, what we used to call a back off, yeah, got a big bum. When you look at them from the front or from the back, but when you look at them from the side, it's flat as a pancake. Maybe Andy Ruiz's belly is like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if it's right. Now, this is one of the pictures I wanted to show you guys. I did look for another picture, but I can't find it at the moment. And, I just want to get this video up. Don't want to long it out. But this is one of the pictures that I'm referring to when I say Andy Ruiz catfishing. He posted this on social media. Wait for it. In the run-up to the AJ rematch. Now, he posted several videos in the run-up to the AJ rematch. This was just one of them. And look at him here. I mean, he looks way lighter than we saw him in the ring. He looks lighter than he was in the first fight here, in this particular picture. Now, maybe he lost loads of weight in camp and then put it back on. I don't know. But all I do know is that he posts a lot of pictures of him looking trim. And again, this goes way, way back further than the AJ fights. Ruiz was always posting pictures on his social media of him looking trim, pictures from side on in some jeans that look like they're falling off him and all this kind of stuff, only to turn up on the scales and he's as heavy as that. He's got a long history of doing this. All right. Just go research it for yourselves. And I'm sure there'll be people in the comments who can validate what I'm saying. Verify what I'm saying, rather. So, yeah, this is just one example. There are many, many others if you want to go digging of Ruiz catfishing the public better than any of these chicks on Tinder. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about all the things I've talked about in this video.